Okay, quick tangent before we get into the video. Why does the game give you a Zelda tablet off the bat? It probably explains this at some point, but I'm still confused as to why. It doesn't make sense to me. It looks stupid. It just, like, we're given a Zelda tablet, and then immediately when we use our sprinting, we see the exact same running meter from Zelda. It was just a really funny start in my opinion. The first thing I did when I got into this game was attack a creature because I wanted to see if I could kill it with my bare fists. I was able to, but isn't that kind of sad that that was my first thought? I agree. Now that we've discussed that, I want to talk about how my next thought was to create a club, which I will use to take countless lives for the rest of the video. Armed with my first weapon of many that I will have in this game, I went and talked to an NPC. And then I realized that he talks a lot, and I don't want to read all of that, so I decided that I would murder him. Sadly, he has a gun and I don't. I lost that fight. While I felt completely and utterly lost in this game, I eventually found a gleam of hope. It was an egg. I saw an egg, so I went over to the egg and I kidnapped it from its family and I decided that it was mine. Just so everyone knows, I will never use this egg throughout the entire video because I never figured out how to get an egg incubator. So I just kidnapped this child for no reason. To whoever owned that egg, I'm so sorry. During this time, I tried reading the guide for the game that it has in the options menu, but I just couldn't. There were so many words, I didn't understand any of them, and I was so lost. So I just closed that out and never looked at it again. So if I play horribly in this game, that's why. It's because I decided that I'm not going to use the help the game gave me. It's a really smart tactic, I promise. So for some reason, right here and for the entirety of the early game, I just didn't make an axe or a pickaxe. You may be wondering, is it for any strategical purpose? No, I just forgot that you couldn't do it. So, yeah, this is the kind of gameplay you'll be getting the entire time, me just forgetting that things can happen or being too lazy to do it. I don't know which is better, to be honest. I think they're both pretty bad, but yeah. Remember like 20 seconds ago when I kidnapped an egg because I didn't know how to capture animals? Yeah, right after that I found 2 capture orb things I can use to capture animals. So that was nice. I proceeded to pick both up and immediately found the most adorable creature I've ever seen. It's so cute. Look at him. He's just a little guy. So I beat the shit out of him and then captured him. I love him so much. His name is Bob. He's my best friend now. He's such a little cutie. Everyone should worship Bob. Bob is... For everyone's sanity, and my own, I will cut off my rant about Bob and instead move on to our next topic. That beautiful, glorious creature. I don't know what it's called. I always forget. It's something that starts with an M, I think. But anyways, he's awesome, he's big, and he's stupidly powerful. So I attacked him like a genius, and I tried capturing him, which failed. So, yeah, my goal is not to capture that thing I want to capture. I will capture him at any cost. No matter what, I will capture him. By the end of this video, I guarantee that that thing will be in my party. God help me, it will happen. In my first step towards conquering that beast, I made a very important decision. The decision to set up base. And I placed down 1 crafting bench. I know it's not a great start at all, but hey, it's a start. Give me some credit here. I also claimed the waypoint there, and then I proceeded to just go and fight chickens. I thought I could capture one of them, but Bob wasn't interested in capturing them. He wanted to murder them, which I wasn't opposed to, so we wiped out their entire population. This really solidified our bond as best friends, and now I think Bob is the greatest thing ever, if I didn't already think so before. On my way home, I discovered the most adorable penguins ever, and I decided that they needed to be mine, so I murdered one of them and kidnapped the other. I named her Pablo. Pablo and Bob are best friends now, and I'm their best friends. We're like a best friend trio in a movie. It was so perfect. Pablo would freeze people, I would beat them to death, and Bob would spit mud at them. I don't know how that's really effective, but it works, and he does a lot of damage, so, you know, let's give Bob credit where credit is due. We are the perfect trio, and these are my best friends. I couldn't be happier. Well, I could if we killed that woolly mammoth, but for now I couldn't be happier. Okay, I know I've messed up a lot in this video so far, but I think this one thing redeems every single mistake I've made in the entire video. I found clothing. I discovered clothing. It's so amazing. It makes the character look 10 times better. I should have found it sooner. This one night was actually one of the most progressive nights in the game, which is kind of surprising. In this time, I also created a campfire and created a chest. So I finally got the pace somewhat operational. I won't say operational, but it had stuff now that could actually benefit me besides just crafting. During this night, I also found 2 new friends. The first one was called Depresso, which was kind of sad, but because of how sad it was, it made me just feel empathy for her. So I named her Joy because I knew that she needed a lot of joy in her life. The next one I found, I named Leo, and I don't even know what he looks like. He just looks like he is beyond this world, and that kind of made him awesome. I never really used him, to be fair, but he did look awesome, so I have to give him that. At this point, I also finally created the PAL box, which I probably should have made a while ago, but I finally made it now. And also, I didn't use it for another 30 to 40 minutes, which was really stupid of me. But hey, what are you gonna do about it, you know? We all make mistakes sometimes, and I've only made 20 this video, so let's see how many more I make. As the sun rose, I began to finally make a little tiny house. I only really put down 4 flooring, one of which was going in the wrong direction, and like 2 walls. But hey, it was a start, and I'm glad I got started on that because I liked it in the end. However, in the end, I did accidentally end up leaving a massive hole in the roof due to overlapping issues. So, yeah, that's my bad. At this point is when I finally made an axe and a pickaxe. I know I am 50 minutes into the game by now, and I finally made it. So hey, at least it's better late than never, and this made the rest of the game a lot easier, thankfully. So, it's never too late to fix your mistakes, just remember that, guys. At this point in the game, I had found pretty much all the basic, like the baby basics that you pretty much probably learn in the first 5 minutes for most people, but I found them eventually. So I just began wandering around. I traveled over a hill where I caught some cat-looking thing, which definitely doesn't remind me of Skitty at all for Pokemon, but was incredibly useful because it allows you to carry more stuff, which is very important in this game. So I always had that one in my party. As I traveled the mountain more, I climbed up an entire tower that had a little green statue at the top that I later used to boost my stats by like 1%. So that was pretty awesome to find. The next thing I caught while on this little expedition was an electric creature with a lightning bolt for a tail. Yeah, okay, real original. Despite that, I thought it was really cute, so I captured him and named him Pikachu for no particular reason. I also saw a village while I was there that probably held amazing lore, amazing things for the game, and I completely ignored it and neglected it. Oh well, who cares. Next up, I found what I can only describe as Pokemon Barney the dinosaur, and it looked hilarious. I knew that I wanted him immediately. So, I wasn't able to get him. He was way too high level for me. Whatever. But I did realize one thing from this. I figured that if I can't catch powerful Pokemon, I just have to catch so many weak Pokemon that I could use them to take down that mammoth. If I just toss everything I have at them, even if they all die, I'll be able to have everything with that mammoth. That mammoth will conquer anything in its path, and nothing will be able to stop me. It'll be perfect. I just have to get enough warriors to die for me. It'll be that easy. Suddenly, I was in overdrive. I caught as many Pokemon as I thought could help. I caught all 6 of the stupid lambs that you have to do for that mission. I caught a fire creature. I caught a bunch of stupid little things that could just be fodder for my battle. It would be perfect. As long as they were somewhat useful, they could wear down that piece just enough for me to be able to capture it. Everything was coming together. It would be perfect. And this right here was proof that my plan was working. I would have been destroyed by this in a 1v1. Even in a 1v2, I would have been destroyed. But with my group of fighters with me, I was able to defeat it and capture it and make it my own. And now even this creature can help me take down that stupid monster. And by then, I'll be able to have everything I want in this world. Nothing will be able to stop me ever again. In this time, I also got my base to level 7, meaning I completed that mission and got XP from it. I completed a few other missions, and then I began searching around the world to see what else I could find. I found a group of criminals who had an animal locked away in a cage. It was disgusting. So together, me and Bob killed them, wiped them out, and then I freed the creature, and it joined me, which was perfect. Another ice monster was exactly what I needed. That could help slow down that giant mammoth, and with that, everyone else would have more chances to attack it, and I could get it from behind with a ball. It would be perfect. This creature was perfect. I'm so glad that I came this direction to capture it. And what makes it all better, it's level 10. It's almost as strong as that deer I fought for. It's perfect. It's just another thing that can help me destroy this stupid mammoth. Everything is coming together perfectly. With all my resources combined, I knew that it was time to fight that monster. That I was strong enough. No, my weapons were strong enough to defeat it, and then I'd be able to capture it. Everything would be perfect. And I was so confident. I had so much pride in my abilities. Everything was falling into place. But it was too perfect. I had let my ego get the best of me. I opened with such a stupid mistake. Why did I throw that like that? I didn't even imagine that I could have done that at that exact moment. I hadn't made a mistake like that since the beginning. It had been so long since I felt that stupid. And now, my monsters weren't even doing any damage. My weapons were useless. It was like smacking someone repeatedly with a dull blade. And I was watching it all happen. Then it clicked with me. I'm calling them weapons. These were my best friends. Bob and Pablo, these were all my best friends, and I'm using them as weapons? Where did I go wrong? I got so prideful and confident in capturing this thing that I allowed myself to fall into this cycle. Why? So I would question my morals. I was killed. And I stared at the respawn screen, and I felt enlightenment. Once all of my friends rested up, I took a breath. And then I saw it. A super cool pal. He looked awesome. I mean, he's a vampire. So I went and battled him alongside Bob. And together we weakened him enough so that I could capture him. And with that, I feel like I'm at peace. I don't need to stop some mammoth. I have all these amazing pals here with me. Hi! So, what'd you think of the video? I thought it was pretty fun to make. I am really excited to upload this and the next few videos I have coming out. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you for sticking through if you did. And yeah, tell me what else you'd like to see. And if you have any recommendations, please give them to me. I need everything I can get. Have a nice day, and please like and subscribe.